Hello everybody, it's Kyra from BodyCandy. On today's episode of The Tea, a topic close to my heart, high nostril piercing 101. But before we get into that, as always, remember to like, comment and subscribe to BodyCandy. Make sure you catch all these videos. We know all about the standard nostril piercings, surely. But have you seen the high nostril piercing? Today we're going to go over this nifty little variant on the classic piercing. So what actually is it? The name is really quite self-explanatory, obviously. High nostrils are nostril piercings, but located higher on the nostril. These are my ones just here. I've got these little cone shapes in them. So why get them? Just aesthetic, really. These are very appealing piercings. They go well with stack piercings or multiple nostril piercings, of course. Just great for people like me who like their piercings symmetrical. You can tell all my face piercings are completely symmetrical. So pain level and procedure. High nostrils are pierced like any other facial piercing. They are performed with a needle. They should never be performed with a piercing gun, of course, because the cartilage is thicker the higher up the nose. So these piercings can be more painful than the standard kind. However, the pain is subjective, obviously, completely relative. So what is excruciating for one person might be virtually painless for another. My experience for these was, it was probably one of the most painful piercings I've ever had. I can't lie. But the pain obviously was over very, very fast, and they didn't really hurt too much healing them because I don't knock them as much. Say, for example, when you get a normal nostril piercing, like a regular standard one here, if you're like blowing your nose in winter, if you've got a cold, that doesn't really affect these ones. I've been quite lucky and I've had no issues. However, my friend did end up accidentally getting piercing bumps, so we got them pierced together because that's what best friends do. So, healing time. So, due to the thickness of the cartilage, these can take substantially longer to heal than other standard nostril piercings and are obviously, like I say, prone to irritation, bumps, swelling, more so than other piercings. It can take up to 2 years for them to settle down and be fully healed, but because of this, it's very important you don't downsize your jewellery too soon, as that can cause a flare of swelling and start a cycle of upsizing, downsizing your jewellery endlessly in order to deal with the swelling. So Aftercare, this is the same as any other non-oral piercing. Sterile saline wound wash twice a day. Rinse with cool water. Pat dry with a clean paper towel, using clean hands, of course. Our Aftercare spray is linked down in the description below. So jewellery options. Let's talk about jewellery options because this is obviously the most fun part. I've already changed mine out. I got mine done earlier this year and they healed like a dream within about 6 to 12 weeks. Obviously that's not the same for everyone. Just listen to your body. So the best jewellery for high nostrils is obviously a flat back labre stud. The great part of that is once they're healed, you can experiment with using chains to connect the piercings. I need to do this. I need to find a chain. It's a very on-trend kind of e-girl look. I love it. So you can obviously try custom fit jewellery for something a little bit extra just for you. When I got mine pierced, I had obviously the screw-on ball ends. That is a little bit of a nightmare. I can't lie. It's very, very, very hard to hold it in place when it's all the way up your nose and twist it back on. So I have opted now for threadless jewellery, push pin, so much easier. I could not recommend it enough. What you will need though is an insertion taper if you do plan on doing a lot of jewellery changes yourself once they are healed. I'm very aware also my high nostrils could even be higher and yours might be. So make sure you have the right tools at home to be able to change jewellery, especially if there's a piercing emergency and you lose some balls. So how to style these? High nostrils work really well paired with just standard nostril piercings for a double look. They also pair really well with the septum ring as well. See? It's not too matchy-matchy. I love it. But my experience all around was fantastic. My friend's a piercer, which obviously makes things so much easier. She's great. We can have a laugh. I feel like I can always talk to her if I need something moved, and we moved them around a little bit. One thing I wish I had known before getting them done was originally just, like I said before, to put threadless jewellery in because I think I lost my right ball end within maybe 5 days of getting it pierced and I had to go back. And it was just the stress that I didn't need. I get questions about these like all the time and it's mostly to do with pain, and yeah, it's painful, but most piercings are to a certain extent and I think they're so worth it. Like afterwards, no pain. I didn't swell too bad. To be honest, I've been recommending this piercing to anyone that's like looking to spice up their look a little bit because I just think they are so cute. I feel like an angry little bug with these spikes on, and I kind of want a spike in here now too. I don't know, let me know what you think. So thank you so much for watching this video on high nostril piercings. Let me know if it's something you'd be interested in getting. Could not recommend them enough. I absolutely love them. So as always, remember to like, comment and subscribe to BodyCandy, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.